Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with anyone who wants to understand technology in simple terms. Now let's discover one of the most important systems on the internet. Every day, billions of people visit websites. You open your browser, type a website name like google.com or youtube.com, press enter, and within seconds the page appears. But have you ever wondered how your computer knows where that website actually is? Computers don't understand website names the way humans do. Instead, they communicate using numbers called IP addresses. An IP address is like the street address of a website on the internet. For example, instead of remembering a name like google.com, your computer needs something like 142.250.190.78. Imagine if every website had to be accessed by typing long strings of numbers. The internet would be difficult for everyone to use. That's why DNS exists. DNS stands for Domain Name System. It works like the internet's phone book. Instead of remembering complicated IP addresses, you simply remember easy website names. DNS finds the correct IP address for you in just milliseconds. Let's see what happens when you visit a website. Suppose you type amazon.com into your browser. Your browser first checks if it already knows the IP address. If you've recently visited the site, the address may already be stored in a cache. A cache is temporary storage that saves information so it can be reused quickly. If the browser finds the address there, it immediately loads the website. If not, the browser asks your operating system if it knows the answer. The operating system also checks its own cache. If the address still isn't found, the request is sent to a DNS resolver. A DNS resolver is usually provided by your internet service provider or by a public DNS service. The resolver's job is to find the correct IP address. First, it checks whether it already has the answer stored. If it does, the process ends there. If not, it begins searching across the DNS system. The resolver first contacts a root DNS server. Think of the root server as the main directory of the internet. It doesn't know the exact IP address. Instead, it knows where to look next. The root server points the resolver to the correct top-level domain server. A top-level domain, or TLD, is the ending of a website name. Examples include .com, .org, .net, .edu, and many country domains like UK or .jp. The TLD server then points the resolver to the website's authoritative name server. The authoritative name server is the official source for that website's DNS information. It stores the correct IP address. The resolver receives the IP address and sends it back to your computer. Your browser now knows exactly where the website is located. It sends a request to that web server. The server responds by sending back the website's files. Within a second or two, the web page appears on your screen. This entire process happens incredibly fast. Most of the time, it takes only a few milliseconds. And thanks to caching, many future requests are even faster. Without DNS, browsing the internet would be almost impossible for most people. Every website would require remembering long numerical addresses. DNS makes the internet simple and user-friendly. There are different types of DNS servers, and each one has a specific role. Root servers guide requests to the correct top-level domain. Top-level domain servers point requests toward the correct website. Authoritative servers store the final DNS records. Resolvers connect everything together and return the answer to your device. Because DNS is so important, speed matters. A slow DNS service can make websites start loading more slowly. That's why many people choose fast public DNS providers. Some popular examples include Google Public DNS, Cloudflare DNS, and Quad9. These services are known for speed, reliability, and sometimes additional privacy or security features. Security is another important part of DNS. Cybercriminals sometimes try to redirect users to fake websites. One way to reduce this risk is through NSEC. NSEC stands for Domain Name System Security Extensions. It helps verify that the DNS information comes from the correct source and hasn't been altered during transmission. Although NSEC doesn't encrypt your internet traffic, it helps make DNS responses more trustworthy. Another technology you may hear about is DNS over HTTPS, or DO. Normally, DNS requests can sometimes be visible to others on the network. DNS over HTTPS encrypts those requests, helping improve privacy. Many modern browsers and operating systems now support this feature. As the internet continues to grow, DNS remains one of its most essential technologies. Every email you send, every video you watch, every game you play online, and every website you visit depends on DNS working correctly behind the scenes. Most people never notice it because it happens almost instantly. But without DNS, the modern internet simply wouldn't function the way we know it today. So the next time you type a website name into your browser, remember what's happening behind the scenes. A global network of DNS servers is working together to translate that simple name into the numerical address your computer needs. It's one of the fastest and most important systems powering the internet every single day. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.